time. So Lunar Classic is up over 376% in just over 2 weeks. Can Lunar Classic hit that $1 mark? A lot of people are calling for this $1 Lunar Classic token price. We're currently sitting at 4. Yes, 3 notes, then a 4. If I had a penny for every time I was asked if Lunar Classic could hit $1, I wouldn't need to be investing in crypto any longer. Guys, we're going to break down whether I think this is realistic, where do I think it's going, and what's my take on trading and investing in Lunar Classic. Guys, make sure you smash on the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I don't think my view is going to be what you're expecting from me. As you guys know, I'm usually very, very conservative, and I'll continue to provide you guys a bunch of warnings. But how exciting is it to see a cryptocurrency after such a long, depressing bear market moving in this direction? Just look at that daily chart there on Lunar Classic. And what makes it so sweet is how Do Kwon left us so disgruntled that you can see why the community has picked up this movement. And it's an amazing, amazing feat to be able to do this to the Lunar Classic price. And this is the power of the people saying, we're going to earn our money back. We're not going to rely on you. We can make this happen. And you're really seeing that community come together. It just shows you the power of the joint community here in crypto. You don't need these figureheads. You don't need these scammers. You guys can do it, and that's why crypto is supposed to be about decentralizations, governance proposals. Now, what is causing some of this? We're going to break this down. I'm going to give you my view. We're going to look at the charts as well. Now, what started all this hype? Well, the hype started around a vote, a proposal vote which was set 5 days ago by a gentleman here called Ed Kip, and he proposed for a 1.2% tax parameter change. Now, in essence, I'm just simplifying everything here. It's a 1.2% transaction tax. So if you're selling Lunar Classic or you're transacting in it, there'll be a 1.2% tax taken, which is burned from the circulating supply. Now, of course, if you're burning, this is going to reduce your circulating supply. It's going to push up the price of a coin. And this is what's getting everybody super exciting. And you've got a bunch of traders, speculators entering the market, trying to make a return. And I've got nothing against that. I remember when I was new to crypto, I'd almost sit there in not a judgmental way, but I'd kind of be like, why are people doing this? But then I understood hang on a second. Some people just have $50, $100 they want to put into a cryptocurrency, and they want to benefit from some of these crazy pumps. They want to benefit from that 300% pump. They want to benefit from the Doge move or the Shiba move or the Floki move. And as long as you do that safely, as long as you do that understanding the risks, and we break down the risk and understand what's happening, who is anybody to judge you from doing that? Now, where the issue is if you think this is what cryptocurrency is. And that's why I make these videos to explain to you guys, this is not what cryptocurrency is, right? This is a movement, which is fantastic. Doge was a movement, Shiba was a movement, AMC was a movement, GME was a movement, and I have no issues with any of those. And if you guys want to trade those, absolutely go ahead and do that with risk which you've carefully allocated, which you don't mind losing, right? You guys are adults, you guys know what you're doing. But where the issue arises when you think this is cryptocurrency, where you get burnt on one of these things and you start hitting back out or having this bitter resentment towards crypto. And that's not fair, right? It's not fair for you to take a speculative position on a Doge or a Shiba, put your life savings into it, and then say the whole crypto space is horrible. No, you need to go into these positions knowing what to expect and knowing the realities. That's what I'm going to try and break down here for you guys. So smash on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I will be showing you that it is something you can benefit from, but within some parameters of understanding what the scale of what is going on. Okay, so that's your price of Lunar Classic right now, up 44% here, as you can see, and the price has been going pretty crazy. But what I want you to focus on is this market cap. We're sitting at a $2.5 billion market cap here on Lunar Classic. Okay, now what does this mean? This is a $2.5 billion market cap project. This is bigger than the likes of Phantom, which is a supported network. Right now, Lunar Classic has nobody supporting the network. Okay, there's no dApps being built. The shuttle bridge is being shut down, which I'm going to show you what the implications of that is. There's no developer supporting any upgrades. If there's any bugs, no one's going to fix it. If it gets hacked, nobody's there to fix it. These are part of the problems going on right now. Now, that being said, I understand that the community are buying this to make their money back. But you need to understand, if you don't have a long-term growing project, this is all just the greater fall theory. And the greater fall theory is that somebody's going to buy in at a higher price than I am. And that's all that's going on here. So eventually, somebody's going to be passed the bag on, right? So somebody's done a 376% return over the last kind of 2 weeks, they're going to sell to the next person who's hoping to take it up to, 0.001. And then that person is going to sell it to the next person who hopes to take it to 0.00201. And it keeps going on. But if the project isn't being developed, if the project isn't growing and building dApps and people using it and there's transaction costs, there's no underlying value to that project or business, right? What's the underlying value? It's not going to grow. It's not sustainable. It doesn't generate any money through transaction fees. So this is one of the issues you have here with Terra Classic LUNC. Now, what we do want to notice is another thing, which is currently we have 6.15 trillion tokens in circulating supply, okay? The total supply is 6.9 trillion, but we'll use a circulating supply of 6.15 trillion tokens in circulating. So let's assume that this vote goes ahead and there's a burn of 1.2%. And let's assume, which is very far-fetched, that all the circulating supply is transacted immediately. It's transacted today. If that was the case and you apply the 1.2%, about 700 billion, okay, would be taken in tax and would be burnt according to this proposal, roughly. So that would bring your circulating supply down to just 6.07 trillion. It's not massive shakes, right? You're going from 6.15 to 6.07 trillion. So that's if the whole circulating supply is exchanged. Now, here's the worrying thing. The worrying thing is that even if you go into the proposal and you take a look and you read it, and feel free to read this in your own time, I'll leave the link somewhere for you guys if you ask me, or I'll put it in the Discord or Telegram. What you'll notice is that centralized exchanges will not support this, right? It's going to be unlikely that centralized exchanges will be able to support this as they settle in different manners. And when you look at the majority of LUNC that's being traded, whether it's Binance, it's on Gate.io, it's on Huobi, these platforms will not support the 1.2% tax. So even then, only the stuff being done directly on chain that's going to apply that 1.2%. So I can't for the life of me see how this is going to burn any meaningful amount that's going to have a huge effect. Now I'm going to come on to the positive news, so hold fire for a second. Now, also another thing is that Binance said LUNC deposits and withdrawals on Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon will be suspended indefinitely since the shuttle bridge shut down. So they're now not supporting those transactions as well. To put things into perspective, Binance account for about $300 million worth of volume in the last 24 hours of LUNC. So them shutting that down is going to have a huge effect on the amount of volume being traded as well, okay? And that's going to increase transaction fees, slow down the network. It's going to be a problem, right? This is not a functioning network. This is not a business. You imagine you've got a business and the leaders are just gone. Even though they were horrible leaders, they've just gone and it's just empty shells. And if there's anything that goes wrong, nobody can pick up the pieces and fix it, right? There's nobody there to do that. But this is the issue here. Now, let's come on to these kind of movements, because I don't want to sit here being the bearer of doom and gloom. I think you guys are all sensible enough to know it's not a functioning project, but that's not why we're investing in Luna. We're investing in Luna, or buying Luna, or trading Luna, or speculating in Luna, whatever you want to call it, as a movement, as a movement to say we're going to stick it back to Do Kwon, we're going to stick it back to the people who did this and put people in their mess, and people lost a whole bunch of money in Luna, and we're going to pump the price of LUNC, and the community's really got together and created a beautiful movement. I really respect it, and kudos to all of you who have played a part in doing this. It just shows the power of the community. And I've been around long enough to see these come and go, right? I've seen Dogecoin do really well. I've seen Shiba do really well. You see Floki have its movement. You've seen SafeMoon. You've seen various other coins. And the reality is sometimes, including for people like myself, like I said, as people who spend their every single day in crypto and dedicated to understanding the fundamental technicals, we forget that some people just want to see exciting movement in the markets. And they do just want to trade their lunch money, right? They do just want to trade their lunch money. They do want to speculate. They do want to take some risks on some of these coins, and they're happy to lose that, right? Maybe they've got $100, $50, and they just want to risk it and see, oh, can I get that 1,000x? Right? So for those people, feel free to trade it. Make sure you understand what you're willing to lose. Don't tell anybody, don't let anybody tell you that, oh, this goes against crypto. No, if LUNC is the reason millions of people come into crypto, what a great legacy to have, right? If this was one of the reasons they come into crypto, they learn about crypto, they understand chart patterns, they set themselves up on exchange, which, by the way, BYBIT and BITGET, links in the description. You could trade LUNC, right? Why not take advantage of this volatility in this boring market? And we've seen it before. In boring markets, meme coins, and I don't want to call this a meme coin because this is more than a meme coin, because it's an actual project that failed due to whatever it was that Do Kwon's done, which we've covered at length on this channel. But we've seen it. These coins come out in the midst of these, really, really tough moments where the market is really boring. People have and want to speculate. They have these apps on their phone. They understand that they want to take a risk and sometimes, you know, to be part of a movement, be part of something different. It's not always about being in an investment that's going to return me this much investment on capital. They want to be part of this movement. They want to stick it to Do Kwon and the others, and they're happy to put their $50, $100, $150, some people much more, into a project that's going to do. But as long as you do that, understanding the risks that I've outlined here and only put what you're willing to lose, please understand you're investing in a project which has no backbone. It has no substance. Nobody's developing on it. And that's the issue here. This is a movement, a community movement. And that's what you need to understand. This is a momentum trade now. If you're trading and you're speculating it, you've got to go with the momentum. You don't want to be the one caught with the bag at the end, because somebody would be caught with the bag. And we've seen that happen time and time again. And just one thing to remind you guys. I do want to remind you of this. $1 Luna, because this is the question everybody's asking. Can we get to that $1? To get to a $1 Luna, that's a 2,500x from here. Okay? So to put that into perspective, that would mean a $6 trillion market cap on LUNC. Okay, just let that settle in. That is about 5 times greater than Bitcoin's max all-time high market cap. Okay? For a project which is unsupported, undeveloped, unmaintained. So does that mean, you know, it can't go very high? $1 is insane, right? If it gets to $1, that would be shocking. Can it get to 0.0009? Can it get to 0.01? Potentially, right? Based on the momentum, based on the community pushing this token up. But we need to understand it's not the ecosystem having that value, right? There's not going to be the dApp developers. There's not going to be the number of active wallets. There's not going to be the total value locked. Those metrics won't be there to back this up. It's just going to be people buying the token to support the move. As long as we understand that and we trade it safely, then by all means, be safe. Enjoy the trade out there. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not a good crypto investor or trader because you want to trade LUNC. That's fine. But as long as you don't make an indictment on the rest of crypto, if you lose money, please do it with caution, understanding the risks, play safely with amounts you're willing to lose. And if you have any questions, reach out into our Discord. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe. If you appreciate the fact that I'm covering LUNC, let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos like this. Make sure you let us know and you subscribe. Go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.